And welcome back. I'm Grandpa. We're playing Valheim. We're going to continue the search for the early axes. Hopefully, we're getting close. But so far, the prize has been very elusive. Looks like we've got a small sliver of meadows left on this section of the island. And then we will head back in the other direction to finish outlining that inland sea. So let's pick up our portal and let's get started looking. Where's that workbench? I know it's right here somewhere. There we go. Okay, so let's just fill in this little bit right here. It's about all there is left in this section. I keep seeing those rocks from a distance thinking, oh, there's a house, maybe that's it. But they're just rocks. And that black forest we're probably not going to need to venture into. As now I'm walking into it. I just wanted the map to look like I was in the Black Forest. Yeah. Guys, maybe we should eat some food. Definitely should eat some food. I don't care to mess with the bear right now. We got more time pressing matters. Alright. One more gray dwarf, I suppose. I believe the last time we were by here, we looked at that runestone. I don't think that's something new. Yeah, I believe we've read that before. And I'm getting all kinds of interruptions. Alright. So what we really want to do is we want to pick up this water line. So I think we're going to run around here, trace this edge. We're not going to go into the Black Forest, but we'll go, if this is Black Forest, we'll follow it around till we get back to this water line. So, we're just going to fill in that map. Let's go ahead and use our ether power. Not ready. Well, in 1 minute we will. In the meantime, here we go. Keep your eye open for buildings. But this is all territory we've covered before. $30. I didn't mark this one last time. I should have done that. Trees are getting pretty dense through here. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and follow the edge of the Black Forest to this point. Well, I'll be. Didn't we run this coastline? Well, I wasn't expecting Meadows here. This is not the way I thought this land was going to be laid out. Alright. Nothing there. Just mapping out the edge of the Black Forest here. So we can tie this together. And then we'll double back in the direction we came from. So we've been here. And I think this is the kind of tower that we found the first time. Man, there's a slew of gray dwarfs. Man. Rather small army of gray dwarfs there. Alright, let's take out the beehive. Not that we need a bee, but we don't need to get stung either. And I don't even know if there's a treasure chest up there. And I think we're still looking for the A-frame, not the wood tower, but maybe we're looking for the wood tower because I have to go back and re-watch the video to see where we found the first one with Iris. Well, no, Iris wasn't in this world. My bad. There's the chest, and there is a curious axe head. Are we curious or are we mysterious? Is that number 2? Or are we done? We're gonna have to find out. So let's go ahead and drop a workbench in here. So that way we can take down this shelf and grab that queen that's up there. And all of that stuff fell out of the chest that we were going to leave. We can put the chest on the floor here. And let's put some of that stuff back that we don't want, such as that, etc. Are we going to end up with extra axe head? Or have we completed our quest? Curious and curious. Curiouser and curiouser. So we're still hunting. We haven't finished our hunt yet. Now, if it was a race to get queen bees, we'd definitely be winning because we have got plenty of those. And lots of boar meat. But not the axe head we're looking for. So, it definitely is the A-frame. I thought it was the tower that we found first. I was halfway confident of that. But only just half. It was at least worth looking into. Alright, so now let's finish out this peninsula right here. Much different shape to the land than what I expected. So let's just do this and that. And that should do it. Actually, let's go this way and then this way. And then we'll be right back to here. That looks better. So, that's Black Forest. We want to go this way. Well, with the curious head that close by, I think it's unlikely that we're going to find a mysterious head in the same area. So if we're like in the same section of the Meadows, somehow I feel like there's further spread apart than this. No buildings. All right. Just want to add this section to the map. I feel like most of this is not new to us. But let's get it on the map. Short little swim. All the inland sea. And that is we could at least get a swim point out of this. Come on. Nope. Okay. And this isn't very new. This is all... We've been here before, so let's get on out of here. Must be nighttime. Can we get across? I'd like to get back to, oh, I guess what I consider the mainland before we throw down our portal. So it looks like that clearing hasn't been explored, so I think that's where we'll pick it up in the morning. As long as the neck don't try to eat our portal overnight, we should be okay. A little too soon, maybe? That's deer meat again. I don't know why they won't say on the same timing. It's interesting to me. Curious, I should say. Alright, so from here, looks like we've got a little gap before the Black Forest. So let's cross over and check it out. So let's outline this coast so we know what we got. Okay, there's the Black Forest. Thought it was going to be much closer, but it wasn't, so now we'll outline the Black Forest. We didn't mark the one we did find, but don't think we're coming back for these. The point of marking them is to know what we have found and what remains. Thought maybe we'd find more mountains, but I guess not. Now, looks like we have outlined all of that. After we get done with this guy, let's take a look at our map. And we're up against the mountains there. Black Forest there. Guess we're going to follow the coastline here and see if we can tie back to what's this shore is. Clear over here. So reverse, because this is all done. Yeah, let's go ahead and eat. Just want to catch this coast right here where we left off and fill it in. That big copper deposit should do it. Nice troll cave. Looks like we got a gray dwarf nest ahead of us. Let's get some stamina. Let's make sure we approach with lots of stamina. Typically find a brute whenever we get close to gray dwarf nest. Here comes the whole gang. Hopefully there's a chest over here. We can get rid of our unused stuff and trade it for stuff we want. Alright, don't want ancient seeds, and I don't want gray dwarf trophies. The rest of this, though, I think we can use, so we're going to keep all of it. We could lighten our load a little bit. Just leave 20 rock behind. And we could probably leave Oh, Mr. Bear, Mr. Bear, Mr. Bear. Let's just run around Mr. Bear, because there's no need to disturb his slumber. Just want to put this on the map. You never know when we're gonna... Well, that's weird. I've never seen an entrance that it actually looked blocked. I'm sure it's not, and we're not gonna go in, but... You never know when you're gonna need one of these. For as far into the game as we are, it's probably we're not going to need one. Because we can go to the Surtling pits and get all the Surtling cores we want. You guys can just follow me. That'd be perfectly fine. Another deposit, and here we are, back in the Meadows. So, let's run off and leave these guys. And let's just kind of scout out the edge of this black forest. Another one. How did we get so deep into the Black Forest? I thought we were on the edge of the... Yeah, it's right here. The edge of the Meadows. Ducked inside that burial chamber just for a minute, so maybe that... hoping the gray dwarfs that were chasing us and the bear would lose interest. And it appears to have worked. And it allowed us a minute to mark the map. Not seeing much in the way of buildings, though. Finding all kinds of burial chambers, that's for sure. As we run past and we can hear the skeletons fighting the Grey Dwarves and Greylings. Yeah, here's a new A-frame. We haven't been here before. But not the one we're looking for. What else? Anything in here we don't want? Gee, I thought we got rid of 20 rock last time. We only want to get rid of 19 this time. Could be 30 rock. If we had more. Alright, let's go get our rested buff. Right after we say goodbye to him. Is it late enough in the afternoon that we want to go ahead and sleep? You know, it's the perfect time to go see Haldir. Okay, we've been here and done this before. And last time I'm sure we marked the map. Elder, Portal 1, Hildir, Haldir, Hildir. Oh my. Hilda. Got some stuff to sell you, honey. Give me a good price, will you? Thank you much. That freed up a little bit of inventory space for us. Let's go ahead and drop 30. And it's close enough. Let's get some sleep. And we'll start again in the morning. Well, we found 2 axe heads. They just weren't 2 different axe heads. We found 2 of the same one. I've got to think it's good. It's here close by. I was really hoping that last one was it. Let's rename this back to start so we don't get lost like we usually do. That looks good. And now got our portal. And we're all set. What'd we leave here? Just some rock? That's fine. Okay. So, gonna follow this edge on around to this coast, double back and fill in that gap. And I think we'll have just about polished off everything. I didn't want to do that. Right in the middle. Okay. Right about there. I still did it again. There, that's what I wanted. Okay. So we're going to keep going this way. Yeah, read that one before. No shortage of burial chambers. No shortage of burial chambers whatsoever. I always get stuck looking for the right term. Should be seeing the coast before too long. Well, we know we've been, well, let's just catch sight of the coast here. There we go. Now let's double back. There's the house, and we should have checked this one out last time. Looks like we did. And that's why we are trying to mark them on the map. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. Hmm. Don't remember being here before, but it looks to me like it's marked on our map. So this is where we started the morning and we didn't mark it. Alright, so we're going to continue along this line here and pick up that piece of coast. There was a time those bones would have been important, and we would have really needed them. This is not that time. Alright, I'll eat. What do we need? Deer meat? Yet another altar to Eikthyr. Hunt his kin. And another tower. I think I'll leave it. Let's go ahead and mark it though. Thought we went in this one. Guess not. Could be. But it's not. You can keep the torch. So, if you get completely bored looking for early access on your world, you can always grab the world seed out of the description and then just run to the areas where I found the early access, pick them up, and take them back to your world. completely what I would consider as coloring outside the lines, but that's up to you. I was Astrid, the shield maiden of the forest. I know nothing of my life before I came here, but my arm remembers the sword, and my eyes see the course of the arrow. Now the raven guides me, and I fight the great beasts in Odin's name. Much as Conrad does the same. Alright, lost a little track here. We got this gap in the middle. So we're here, let's head for that. Not too worried about that grayling that's trying to stab me in the back. His knife is very dull. Not much of a threat to us. Another burial site inside of here. And those giant monoliths. I hope before they release they do something with these. They're too cool just to leave untouched. I want to know their story. I want to know their secret. So, little stew, some sausage. Get us back into fighting shape. We shouldn't have let ourselves go like that. Well, right there looks like the perfect place to me to put the house that we're looking for. Unfortunately, they didn't agree, and it's not there. And another burial site. Very common in the plains. We like to honor our fallen warriors. Well, that's an interesting building up ahead. It's not an A-frame though. Just an interesting building. Not even a chest. Okay. I think we've filled in that portion of the map. We've got this little section right here. This section. That section, and we weren't even going to do that section. But there's the start. Let's go back here and then go that way, I guess. Doesn't matter much at this point. Some nice meadows on this island that definitely could be. Alright. Do we have ether? Not for 12 minutes. Well, we might as well. Let's do this and see if we can hit the start instead of dropping a portal. If there's a building in these trees, those are hard to find. Like this one, I almost walked right past it. I don't really want that, but the rest of it I'll keep. Oh, almost forgot. So if it's in these trees, there's a good chance we miss it. Is this the boar again? The Vanir. Long ages past, when All-Father Odin united the worlds, he threw down the Vanir, the giants, and those creatures older than the others. The greatest of them could not be killed, but were instead forsaken, exiled here to Valheim for eternity. When they tread the earth, the lesser creatures jump like crumbs on a drum skin. You will know them when you see them. And see them we have. So far we have seen 3. And if we can ever get this little quest done, we'll go for the 4th. This little quest is probably not worth the time, but it is something that I just feel driven to complete. Alright, we're going to run back to the start and grab the portal there. I wonder if that was the first tower we found. I think it is, where we found the first axe. Graylings. The sacrificial stones are near. And our portal is just on the other side. Gotta be careful here. We don't want to unpack parts of the portal, which right now if I clicked place stacks like I normally do, that's exactly what would happen. And here, so we won't. This we can take outside. Since we're carrying too much, let's just put it here close by. And then we've got overflow, which I don't believe in the overflow area we have anything left. Let's go ahead and swap this out. And let's swap this out. Well, bones could definitely go here. That looks good. Let's get some sleep. Well, nothing like starting out in a rainstorm. So, very little left. This spot, this spot, this spot. And that's in the Black Forest. Visibility is terrible. This isn't it, that's for sure. That one's not on our map yet, or was it? Alright, let's go do this area. Pick up this little spot here on the way. He'll just keep pestering us. That I saw something right there. I did, but it's tiny. Nothing. All right, keep going. Been here before, didn't mark it. This one we did mark, so let's head back here. Read this one before. Pushing all the wrong keys to get rid of it. Little tiny bit there that we haven't done. But we can see there's nothing there. And now it's done. And that's the Black Forest, so I guess we'll go for this area. I'll try to skip those boars just because there's no reason to. Not. Nothing. Lots of raspberries. Well, kids, it looks like we're gonna go sailing. Don't know that we have much of a choice. Let's have a little deer stew. Yeah, definitely read about this Skipper guy. Wait, wrong house. Wrong type of house. Back to the start, and let's go get our boat. That's Eakther. Okay, just past Eakther is the start. Oh, that's fine. I missed it. I run right past it. More or less. Let's just launch from the start, probably. And given it's a short trip, let's take the small boat. Oh, we gotta have food. Let's cook. Let's clean out and cook. Got a stack. Gonna have to go through and get things sorted together one of these days. Wow, we picked up 100 flint arrowheads. We should be using the last of these. flint. Okay. Yeah, we need more than that. Let's get rid of these wood arrows. Let's do this. And the little boat. I don't think we need 50. I think it's only like, let's see, what is it? 20. So that's a lot that we don't need to carry. We need sausages and we need deer stew. That'll take care of the sausage problem. That'll refill our turnip stew. But we're gonna have to cook deer meat for deer stew. And it doesn't look like we have a great deal of deer meat remaining. Not ready to make anything with wolf meat. That's stamina. That's stamina. Well, that we're already eating. That's stamina. For what we're doing, stamina would actually work. A muck shake? How are we doing on blueberries? Not enough. Then I want to waste them. Boar jerky. We've got that, and it will serve our purpose. So we are going to make boar jerky. Want that around anyway. So we're overweight because we have too much food. That's hilarious. Tomorrow we sail. Definitely gonna leave a mark. Let's fix that up. And away we go. So we're just going to sail straight over to here and start searching that Meadows. We should eat though. Got used to that big boat speed. Doesn't compare. Gonna try to steer away from the Black Forest. I do hope that is Meadows. Yeah, it says Meadows. I would hate to go jump in on the plains all of a sudden. Nice soft landing spot. That's what we want. No rocks. Maybe right by the deer. Getting hot, had to cool off a little. We got plenty of room, right? Let's put the portal up. That way we've got lots of room. And we don't have to worry about weight. And there we go. Looks like we've got the whole boat. Let's go put it in a carton, in a box, in a chest, in a chest. know, I think if we get half a chance, we probably better shoot a few of these deer. Hmm. For some reason I thought that was Black Forest, but it doesn't appear that it is. Yeah, we're just getting rid of these wood arrows. And collecting some deer meat, because we need some. There is an A-frame up ahead. I've got to think that we overlooked an A-frame somewhere in that other land. This is not the A-frame you're looking for. You can go about your way. And this definitely isn't the A-frame you're looking for. Somebody's tearing something up. Oh, it's that stupid bear. I swear there are too many bears. Why is it when I was deer hunting they were so hard to find? That sounds like a troll. Not seeing him though. Oh, there he is. Boy, they blend right in. You'd think that blue would just stand out like a sore thumb, but pretty easily overlooked. Oh, right on the edge of the Black Forest. That was almost overlooked. Hard to get into, too. Not it. Not chasing after you. Yeah, I thought this was a small island. I'm sure we've read it, but let's check it. Astrid again, Shield Maiden. And that looks like Black Forest. So what did we find out? Maybe this half is Black Forest? What do we got over here? Black Forest, Meadows. Oh, you dog. Alright, we're going to finish this section out first. And then we'll take the boat over to the other side. See how big it is. Because we're going to need the boat to get around anyway. No buildings here. Alright, I give up. You guys chased me too far. We could eat. Well, we didn't find much there. We've been here and we haven't found much in the way of meadows there. We haven't searched this area, which we could do from here. It's a long way. Let's get the boat and let's sail over here and see. Because that tip is meadows. That's tiniest meadows in the world. It doesn't seem like it's a good time. Good use of time. Tiny bit right there that we haven't done, but I don't think that's going to be it. That's been done. Most of that's been done. We did that around Hill Deer. Wow, I almost got to think this area right here. Well, it got dark while we were staring at the map, didn't it? Yeah, I should just start it this way every time. Just start with the hoe and be done with it. It's a lot bigger treasure hunt than I really ever wanted to go on. Quite elusive, this mysterious axe head. Once we land, I think, once we find a new meadow to search, it's probably where we're going to stop this day. This episode, not this day. We got some stone over here somewhere. I'm sure we do. I'm not seeing it. I'm going to drop 3 because I only want to carry as many as I have to. No, dropped it on land again, doggone it. Alright, well, we're actually facing the right way to begin with. I'm going to sail around this tip, and then let's head straight across here and see if we spot any land. Just don't tell me that's going to be sailing into the wind. Okay, it's going to be sailing into the wind, and I told you not to tell me that. We're going to go this way just enough to pick up the wind. Which, you know, we're going to have to turn eventually, but... with the wind shifting now, let's go ahead and head this way. And that's what we were hoping for. A favorable wind. Some rocks up ahead. Oh, we better swing out a little bit. Just a little bit more. Big old trollfish down there. We could turn a little bit. Yeah, we're on good course. Look at that rock sticking up out in the middle of the ocean like that, just waiting to take out the bottom of your boat. Is that another one, or was that a fish? Those are fish. All right. Let's go ahead and swing out a hair. Because we're gonna, looks like we're heading into that point right there, and we want to miss that by a goodly amount. We've got that land to port. Maybe we should check it out. I kind of wish I'd brought the big boat, but carrying it in a portal, we have to just about drop everything else. Tell me that's Meadows and not the plains. Looks green enough to be Meadows. Yeah, let's pull over there by those trees. There's a small A-frame already. It's a little early to be on land. Come on. All right. I really need to get faster at that. I am not anywhere near where I need to be if I was going to save my butt in trouble. Save my butt when I'm in trouble. Something like that. We got extra deer hide. There's the nails. Don't give me a heart attack like that. Maybe we'll get really lucky and find Haldor while we're here. That would be so nice. And I could really use a change of luck because I thought this was going to be maybe 1-2 episodes and show off the early axes and get back to silver mining, and we're getting like way off course with this quest. Not where I wanted to be. But now that I've started, I am determined to finish. Because I'm just that bullheaded. Well, it's an A-frame. It's more of a lean-to. Let's be honest, it's not much of an A-frame. Alright, well, we'll follow the coastline, and we should grab our portal. So, let's go get the portal. Running off without the raincoat again. And don't ask me, I'm not even sure that is an old saying, but it sounds like an old saying my grandpa would have said whenever he was doing something too quickly and not making sure he was ready to go. It's the reason pilots have checklists. Run through the list of everything you're supposed to do before you start something that could get your butt in a sling. Gotcha. Little anticipation and a whole lot of luck. Draugr Village or just a house. No chest. Alright. Forgot to be marking them off. But here we go. A house, but not an A-frame. Not seeing a chest in there either way. This looks like an A-frame. But it looks like it's missing the chest. Okay. Couple of buildings we didn't mark. Let's do this one. Head back to the coast. There we go. Well, if nothing else, we'll get a little deer meat out of this. And we're at the Black Forest. So. Ah! Another mountain, I do believe. Got a little pond here. Yep. Little deer stand. Oh, you moved just in time. Not this time. All right, let's pitch tent here. And I think that's where we're going to wrap this episode up. It looks like we will be on episode 4 or 5 of the search for the early axes. Be curious to hear your thoughts on what you think of the search. Frankly, I think it's getting a little boring. Oh, what do we got here? Wood arrows and flint arrows. Okay. And we're working on those flint arrows. And up here we've got 200 flint arrows and 100 ironhead and a handful of poison arrows. I find in almost every one of my games I end up with huge stacks of all of these, and I'm always trying to get rid of them because fire arrows seem to be the go-to for most situations. Not all, but most. Alright, let's don't forget to repair. Every time we get back to base, we should do that. Next time we'll start out going to sleep and then continue the search for early access next time. Part 4. Thanks y'all, I'm Grandpa, we're playing Valheim.